Alright guys, let's talk about Thorchain or RUNE on the channel once again. Now the last time we talked about RUNE was on the 11th of March, so that's quite some time back. Now I want to say we do have, some maybe bad news here. We are creating what is known as a bear pennant. Now I want to also say that bear pennants only have a success rate of 55%. So, it's less successful than a bear flag. Now, having pointed that out, guys, basically I would say this is 50-50. But the technical target of this flag, guys, or this pennant, I should say, is minus, about $2.50. So basically this, bear pennant has predicted bankruptcy. But that is not possible, of course, guys. So, I am going to pretty much ignore this. I think the simple fact that RUNE or Thorchain has, consolidated down here, it really hasn't broken down much further. It's hanging on to this $9, support here is a relatively good thing. I don't think we're going to see any significant pullback from here, honestly, because with all the volatility lately, I would expect, Thorchain to be even much lower. I would expect it to be 80 cents, 70 cents, 60 cents. Because, any other crypto that was hanging around, we can just say like $1 to $1.50 for the last, 2 months here, like Thorchain, would now be about 70 cents or 80 cents or 60 cents, like I said, guys. So this, I think, shows me that there is a lot of strength here in Thorchain and RUNE, and yeah, I do expect that there's going to be a significant move up soon. Now, if I turn on the RSI, guys, let's just take a look here. But the weekly time frame is really oversold here on the Stoke, and on the RSI, it is flirting with being oversold. So that's very good. Let's take a look at the month. Actually, the month just turned over last night. It does look like it wants to roll over here on the Stoke RSI, as you see with that blue line. Now, the RSI here is also, it looks like it wants to maybe turn up now. So both of these are looking good, actually, in my opinion. The daily time frame, yeah, oversold basically, or just coming out of the oversold range here. RSI is turning to the upside here also, but in, a pretty low territory here, neutral territory, basically in the middle, guys. So long time frames look excellent. Now, let's look at the short-term time frames. Now, okay, this is overbought here on the Stoke. It is, pretty much in neutral territory here and turned slightly to the upside with the RSI. The 1 hour time frame flirting on, with being overbought here on the RSI. It is overbought here on the Stoke RSI, so that's not that great. The 15-minute time frame, it's getting into the oversold territory, and it's with the RSI flirting around with being overbought. So kind of a mixed, thing there. But the 15-minute time frame, I would say, is not that reliable, guys. So all in all, I would say this actually looks pretty good, especially on the longer time frames. I do expect that we will get some rally. When all of this madness ends with tariffs and these inflation data and things, guys, I do expect a significant rally with RUNE. The simple fact that it hasn't broken down from here just shows me that a lot of people want this and they're picking it up right now. Because, yeah, I personally believe RUNE will go back to $15 or $20 when everything gets healthy. So let's take a quick look at the tokenomics here. Now, the total supply here is 425 million. The circulating supply is only 351 million. So let's just say that there's about 75 million here that is not circulating and I guess being held in reserve somewhere. And they can create about another 75 million. Now, RUNE or Thorchain is about $200 million in debt to the creditors. So can they make a deal where they can get the, let's just say, 150 million that is, not circulating yet, maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. I think if I was a creditor, I would rather have something than, risk getting nothing. So, yeah, I think, they will probably settle for something. And, Thorchain will continue as normal. Now, I know Thorchain also had some problems with the North Korean hackers changing the Ethereum that they stole there. I don't know if Thorchain has solved this problem or if they've blocked this, or these addresses or whatever from using Thorchain. But yeah, they need to really solve that as well. That would, help a lot. If they could solve that and block that, I think we would see a little bit of a pop with the price as well. I'm just not sure what's going on there personally. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin, there's not much to say. We did have a little bit of a fall yesterday, but we are starting to see green candles. The last several 4-hourly candles are green. We are working on this one, though, at the moment. And it's not that volatile right now, but we are flirting with $83,000 at the moment. Next resistance is $84,124, basically. Now, taking a look at the CME futures, there is no gap anymore to the upside. We have filled that yesterday, so that's a good thing. Ethereum still hanging on by a thread, but yesterday was a green candle, kind of a doji green candle. Today, we're actually getting a little bit of a bounce, so I'm not sure what's going on, but, we are really just hanging on by a thread, guys. So, as I always say, I don't like Ethereum that much. I wish it wasn't the leader of the altcoins, but it is, and it is not healthy. Now, taking a look at the total market cap, guys, we're just under $1 trillion, so we're about to break that any moment probably. So let's see. Next resistance is 1.05 trillion. The dominance, guys, is coming down. Now, it is flirting with this high range that it has kind of hit several times, as you see, and basically gotten rejected. So now it did break above this. This is the 4-hour time frame. We did close some candles above it, but we have broken down below it. And if you zoom in right now, guys, we still haven't closed this candle, but it did retest this, resistance basically, and so far has gotten a rejection. That is actually good. Taking a look at the dollar index, it is flirting with this 104.25, or actually 26 mark, and it is actually 104.25 at the moment. But let's see if it gets a rejection. A weaker dollar is a stronger Bitcoin, so that, we need to see this kind of go down. The liquidations, the heat map here, basically we have 221 million wrecked in the last 24 hours. So not too bad, but I have seen lower, of course. If we take a look at the fear and greed, guys, let me refresh this. I'm not sure if it refreshed from yesterday, but yeah, it looks like it's a 34, and yesterday was a 32. So yeah, still we're in fear, and yeah, let's move on. So let's go to the altcoin season index. Let me refresh this because okay, it says it's a 20 now. It just keeps kind of going back and forth between 20 and 22. And basically, it's still Bitcoin season, guys. Not much we can do right now. Bull market peak indicators, 0 from 30 still hit, guys. Still 100% hold. I keep, talking about this. Pi cycle top indicator, guys, is probably the best indicator. And basically, it is moving away from each other. So we are prolonging this cycle, in my opinion. Now, today, we do have PMI, the manufacturing PMI. We have ISM numbers and JOLTS job openings, so be ready for that today. We also have Atlanta Fed GDP now. This really affected us, I think, about a week or two ago. So hopefully we get good numbers across the board here. If we take a look at the FedWatch tools, guys, it did slightly change from last night. I think it was around 86.1, if I remember correctly. So we did get a little bit more, believing that we're going to get a cut. But we still, guys, have 36 days and, about 12 hours or so to the next FOMC meeting. Now, crypto bubbles today looks good. But guys, when we're talking about the week and the month and things, it's still significantly down. So I wouldn't celebrate really just yet. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinondo. For example, you have Bitcoin here. You have the days that you have to lock up your coins. You have the limits and things. Be aware of those. You don't want to lock up your coins and be in a position where you can't get out of it when you're ready to sell, guys. So be careful. Read everything. Do your homework. And yeah, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one.